Hello, I want to show you all my Locos which are either the same or very similar. So I thought I'd start off with these Pug tank engines. Three of them. So these two are Great Western Railways, as you can see. They haven't got sprung loaded buffers. This one I got from Chesterfield Market a few years ago, and these two, I know I keep on saying about this one, I got in 2013 because I got this from the Hornby Club, very sneaky. That's 2013 backwards, 2013, and this one I got in 2018 from the Hornby Club because it's got 18 there. They don't have their own tender because they've got their own little coal stack just at the back here. And this one is a southern one, and like I just said, these two are Great Western Railways. You can tell that they're a tank engine because they've got the tanks on the outside, and you can see that that's where they put in the water there. Let's give one of them a quick test. Seems to run quite well. These only have just two connecting rods. I think there's much more to say about this Loco. So let's move on to the S&D J&R and the Midland Compound 1000. Now this is my Midland Compound 1000 and my S&D J&R. As you can see, both the same, but obviously there's two differences. One obviously is a livery, and that's like a dark brown reddish type colour, and that's a S&D J&R blue colour. And also the other difference you may see is the front axles are, well, they're not connected, but on this one you've got the front piston here, and on this one you haven't. Apart from that, they're both the same design. This one you've got sprung buffers, and this one you haven't. I can tell you a bit about it. There were three different designers. There's Johnson, who built the 1000 to the -4, Dilly, who built 105 to the 1044, and then Fowler, who built the 1045 to the 1199 and 900 to the 939. They were built between 1902 and 1932. They were built between 1902 and 1932. They were drawn between 1951 and 1961. In Derby work there's 120 built. In Hortwich works only 20 were built. In North British only 25 were built, and the Vulcan Foundry 75 were built. They were for express passengers, that's for their purpose. Wheel arrangement is 4-4-0. The weight of them with the Loco is 61 tonnes. The weight of the tender is 41 tonne. The length is 56 feet and 8 inches, and the number in class is 240. Well, let's give one of them a bit of a test. I've just discovered, I didn't realise before, that this Loco is tender driven. There are no pickups on the Loco itself. If I put, as soon as I put the tender on, it wants to pull it along, and I never knew that before. I've just discovered. So if I pick up the Loco, see the tender's on the line, but I never knew that before. So let's give the S&D and J&R a test to see if that's the same as well. I think this is the same as well. So I pick up the tender. Oh, maybe. if I put the Loco back down, yeah, so this is both tender and engine. The only other Loco I know for sure which is tender driven is James Red Tank engine. I can tell because there's no, see the wheels run freely. If I put him on, see the actual motor's actually in the tender as well. So and moving on, so that's the Compound 1000 and the S&J. Here I've got the Highland Railways Loco and the West Coast Railways Loco. This came with the Highland Rambler Railway set. There was a time when the Highlands of Scotland were served by a number of railway lines, all operating independent of each other. The rolling stock were varied and became even more so with the railway companies merged with each other through the 20th century, creating a rich variety of locomotives, coach and wagons that would be combined into mixed trains. As you can see on this one, instead of the tank being on the side, it's more of a curved tank, so it's actually on top and going over each side. Again, the buffers aren't sprung. You've got your whistle there, and I'll show you this. This one came with the West Coast Highlander train set. There were times when trains like the locally named West Coast Highlander hauled freight trains along the small branch lines that ran from the main lines to the small rural towns and villages of the British Isles. This set included a smart four-wheel locomotive and a selection of wagons which emulated those small local trains of days gone by. The oval track with sidings add a degree of optional interest, as wagons have to be shunted to and fro, allowing them to be dropped off and picked up on the train's return journey. Again, it's very similar. The only difference is the livery. Again, instead of the tank being on the sides, are going like top and over. Apart from the livery, they're both the same design. Let's give them a quick test. Again, these only got two connecting rods. It seems to run well. Okay, so let's go on to my West Ham United and Welbeck Abbey. Now I've got the B17 class here for MT. MT stands for mixed traffic. I've got the 61672 and the 61619. This is the West Ham United. What I quite like about this one, it's got the like the purpley brown and the little blue underneath the, I presume that's the colours of the West Ham United Football Club. Many of the B17 locomotive class were named after football clubs and were inadvertently held a special place in the hearts of local communities associated with football clubs of the same name. On many occasions, local football supporters were conveyed to the away match by their namesake engine, usually cleaned and polished to pristine conditions for the day's outing. This loco is representative of each such a typical East Coast Express train and would have been a familiar sight on the eastern region of British Railways during the mid to late 1950s. We've got the Welbeck Abbey. Both of these locos are a 4-6-0 wheel configuration. Locomotive 61619 Welbeck Abbey entered service on November the 8th, 1930, having been built at Darlington in the first batch of B17-2 locomotive and was converted to a B17-6 in January 1953. Whilst allocated to Markshed, renumbered under British Railways in August 1948 to 61619, Wheelback Abbey was withdrawn from service on September the 19th, 1958. So again, both these locos are the same, apart from the only difference between these two locos are the names. They're both British Railways. On the tender there you can see the British Railways logo there. This has spring-loaded buffers, yeah, but the West Ham United doesn't. So that's interesting. One of them had spring-loaded, the other one doesn't. As you can see, their tenders are slightly different as well. That's only got one where you put the water in, I presume. On this one, there's put the water in there or there. That's got that little red wheel there, and that one, or maybe it's come off, because there seems to be a little spike there. Don't you can see, but there's a little spike there. Maybe it's come off, I'm not sure. But apart from that, and the coal, this coal's slightly different as well. That's like smaller coal, that's bigger coal on that one. And on that one, I've just noticed that has a little air vent which I can open and close. On this one, you can't. So let's give one of them a quick test. This is the Wheelback Abbey. This came from the Signature range. This is from the East Link special train set. That runs quite well. So that was my Wheelback Abbey and the West Ham United. Let's go on to my LMS LNR GWR 585 Locos. This is what I call my 060 range, because all of these, on these Locos, they've all got no wheels at the front, 6 wheels in the middle, none at the back. So that's why the configuration is 060. Which one is the odd one out? Yep, as you can guess, you might have noticed this one. This is not, I know this is not a tank engine, it's the only one who's pulling a tender. The only reason why, again, because this is a 060 Loco. That's the only reason why I put it in with these ones, because the wheel configuration is exactly the same. The only reason. This one came in the Sovereign Range, last of the private owners, number 65464. It's got spring buffers. It's only got one, well, there's 2 connecting rods going all the way. I mean, it looks like one big long one, but I think it's actually 2. And this was actually one of my Loco, which I've just recently mended. I'll put a link in the box comments below so you can see how I mended it, because it's kept on stopping and starting on its own. This one I bought from Chesterfield Market on a Thursday, if I remember correctly. Number is a Great Western Railway tank Loco. What I've actually done, 8751, actually written number on there because the number's starting to fade. You can hardly see the number there and just about read it that side, so that's why I've written it, so it reminds, so I know what number it is. There's little transfers with how old this Loco, that number's coming off, so if I hadn't done that then maybe we wouldn't know what number it is, so that's why I've written it on there, just so I know what number it is. I thought that came on open close, but it doesn't look like it does. Yeah, it's a tank. This one also came in the Sovereign Range. The station pilot, the coal keeps on coming out. This is an LNER 585. See the coal here. I might have to, I don't know if I might just leave it like that, maybe just keep on pushing it back in, or might be able to, maybe break up some real coal, put some real coal there maybe, I don't know yet. It's got spring buffers. It's quite heavy actually, this one. This one I bought in Buxton on its own. It's an LNER number 8472. Has not got spring buffers. There's no cab detail whatsoever. It's just basically, I think I said in this review of this Loco, basically what you see, what you get. It's just basically a motor and the top and a bit of coal there on the back there. Now this one is an LMS 7414. Has not got sprung buffers on it. There's a bit of a cab detail in there, but not much. This one came with night mail, which I got quite a few years ago. This set not only includes an eye-catching 060 locomotive, but also a TPO travelling post office and support brake coach. The net project from the coach to scoop the mailbag from trackside pickup hook. The bag then automatically ejected into the trackside receiving bin at the place of delivery. This set also includes a mid-mat as well as an oval track with siding which can be extended using the track pack available separately. But sadly I've never been able to get the post office bit to work. So that's my 060 section, if you like. So next we go on to my diesels. Oh, hang on, before we go on to, let's give a couple of them a quick test. That seems to be quite well. Quite an old one, don't know how well this will work. Rather jerky, noisy. Well, there's a bit of a smell coming from this one. Let's give this, I don't know if this one works. I like the way how the electric rod goes up and down. This is my little diesel section, if you like. Now these two blue ones are British Rail D2785. These are both exactly the same. These are Lima. I've had these since I was 8 years old. My dad got these ones. This was probably what got me into model railing. As you can see, they're both exactly the same. Some of the paintwork starting to come off this one, more of this top than this one. I've marked them A and B just so mark them they're slightly different, and I've only put the funny faces on them just to make it a bit more interesting really. I got the idea from, like, you know, Thomas the Tank Engine, they all got different faces, and they've got James the Red Engine, I think that's Gordon, and they all got funny faces, so I had to put them, just why not really. And sadly some of the buffers are broken off, as you can see, and these buffers are not sprung loaded. Now also there's this one which I got from the Hornby Club, Collectors Club. See, now there's talking of Hornby, last year somebody on the Hornby forum called Sarah again. Now I've had these two blue ones since I'm 8 years old, and I never knew that this type of loco is called a Plymouth switcher. You know, like for over 20 years I've had, like, as I said, these two blue ones, and I never knew they were called a Plymouth switcher, which she told me, so I now know that this type of loco is called a Plymouth switcher. If you go online, and there's different variations of a Plymouth switcher, just type in Plymouth switcher and then go to the pictures. I think there'll be a little tab called pictures or images, something like that, and then scroll down and you see loads of different types of variations of a Plymouth switcher. This one I got in 2019 because of the 19 there, so that's just a bit of a giveaway. That's what they've done. This is a network rail, this yellow one. You can see that the cab's fairly the same. Like, there's a big window there, but all they've done is they divided that big window into two, and actually got windows, but this blue ones haven't. See, like, doors in the same place. The windows are slightly different. That's got, like, the blue ones are more square. That's more of a funny shaped one. And you see the connectors are slightly different design as well. This loco has got a connecting rod. These ones haven't. Both of these have got steps on them, little steps at the front and the back. That's got that little tool, the yellow one, the network rail one, it's got a toolbox on it on both sides. These blue ones haven't. No, there's no sprung lever buffers on them. So let's give a couple of these a quick test. I haven't run these ones for a long time, these blue ones. Give this network rail a quick run. quieter. So that's my little diesel. So let's go on to my Smoky Joe number 56011. Now this is my Smoky Joe number 56025, and this is also 56011. Now what I didn't realise earlier was these two Locos are the same as the Highland Railways and the West Coast Railways Loco, because they've all got this oval tank on top of them. And they've all got the little porthole windows on them, just in the cab, two of those porthole windows on them. This one is British Railways, got the British Railways Loco. This one I think I bought, the Smoky Joe, I think I bought it on its own. And this one I bought, got the Hornby Collector Club in 2014. So this one I got free. Again, not sprung loaded, none of these have got sprung loaded buffers. That's where you fill in the little lid, just there where you fill up the water. Got your whistles there. They've got two connecting rods. They're all basically the same. The only obvious difference is the livery. Like that's got the blue Highland Railways livery. That's got the brown, you say, reddish brown West Coast Railway livery. That's got the, I presume, British Railways Smoky Joe black, and that's definitely a British Railways. Even got, I said, it's got the logo on it. So that's about that. Okay, so let's move on to some of my bigger, powerful Locos now. Oh, hang on, let's give these ones a quick test. I nearly forgot the test bit. Both run quite well. Don't use all my Locos all the time. Oh, that's quieter. I'll slip it jerky still. Just notice the 56011. It's the only one that's got the buffer beam which has been painted red. All the other Locos got them not painted red. So let's move on to my bigger Locos now. This is the Evening Star and Cock O' the North. I know a bit of a rude name, but hey. The only similar things that these two, apart from they both got a tender, and both are powerful engines, and they've both got two smoke fumers, two holes for the smoke to come out. And that's like the wheel configuration different. This is a 282, and this, and the Evening Star is 210-0. And the fact is you can actually see through. There's a gap there you can see through, and on the Cock O' the North there is no gap, you can't see through. As I said, the only same thing it has got is for the smoke tenders, or even the tenders have got different. Like this tender's got 8 wheels, and this tender's got 6, so even the tender's slightly different. But I think because they're both, if I remember correctly, he's got these called pony wheels. If I'm correct, that's the only reason why, because these both at the front got these pony wheels at the front, and that's the only reason. They've both got smoke deflectors, but they're slightly different design. So like that's these smoke deflectors been incorporated within the body, but this one hasn't. That's off the body. They're both quite heavy as well. This one hasn't got sprung loaded buffers. This one has. So let's give them a bit of a test just to see how they travel. So that goes quite well. An exceptionally powerful locomotive was required to haul the LNER express passenger train along the final part of the difficult and demanding East Coast main line from London to Aberdeen. Such a locomotive was the answer LNER Class P2 Cock O' the North. The model LNER Cock O' the North locomotive and simulated teak coaches included in this set help to capture those exciting days of the train travel in the 1930s, when trains such as the one depicted in this set would cut through the Scottish countryside and without question would be the masters of the Glen. Yeah, because the Cock O' the North came in the Master of the Glen train set. That's quite smooth. I've noticed on this one's air vents, but I don't quite see that, but one's open more than the other, and I thought maybe they open closed, but they don't. I think they've actually been moulded in, so they don't actually open closed. This is how they've been moulded on. I like this Loco North, it's quite smooth running. Let's try the Evening Star. A little bit less smooth. A little bit noisy. Okay, let's do the last 6 locos. Tornado, Flying Scotsman, Clan Line, Duke of Gloucester, Tanya, Princess Victoria. So let's look at these last 6 locos then. So what we've got here is 462, which means there's 4 wheels at the front, 6 wheels in the middle and 2 behind. We've got the Flying Scotsman, we've got the Tornado. Sadly, with this Tornado, both the smoke deflectors are broken off. Haven't managed to glue them back on yet. We've got Duke of Gloucester, the Clan Line, Princess Victoria, and the Britannia. I very much doubt the Britannia works, it's a bit broken. As you can see, these pistons have broken off both sides. Let's try to tell you a bit about the Flying Scotsman. The LNER Class A1462 locomotive and classic T coaches in this set depict the Flying Scotsman as it ran non-stop from London to Edinburgh in the summer season of the 1930s. The prototype locomotive had a corridor link through the tender to the coaches to allow crew to switch over without stopping the train. Now that's a little secret corridor through the back, so it would have gone through there and then down one side and then down there. You can see. So the Flying Scotsman didn't have to stop. It's a nice green. Even the wheels have been painted green. Notice that it's pony wheels at the front there. The buffers are sprung loaded. Got quite nice detail in the cab. Don't know how well you can see that, but it's not painted, but it's all black. So let's give it a quick run. Running quite smoothly there. That's quite good. Let's have a look at the Tornado without its winged smoke deflectors. As you can see, it's well detailed, but it's not painted. The cab, I said, it's got. This one hasn't got sprung loaded buffers. They're solid. So let's give it a try on the track. Quite nicely smooth there. And Tornado hasn't got a secret corridor in the tender. So let's try out the Duke of Gloucester. The Flying Scotsman came in its own set, by the way. I've got the Tornado in its own box. This is the Duke of Gloucester successor. Again, got a quite detailed cab, but it's not painted. The buffers are not sprung loaded, they're just solid. The tender has only got 6 wheels, so let's give it, and it's lost one of its buffers on the back there. So let's give this one a quick test run. Quite smooth run, this one. The Duke of Gloucester Pacific locomotive heads up this inspiring train set with its 3 Pullman cars, making a fair representation of the steam train special excursions that are so popular amongst those who wish to rekindle memories of the heady days of opulent train travel. This truly appealing set includes the BR Class 8 Duke of Gloucester in British Railways lined green, plus 3 Pullman cars with additional cars available should they be desired. So that's the Duke of Gloucester. So let's, like I said, runs quite well, so let's go onto the clan line. Merchant Navy clan line. Again, all these classes are 462. This number is 35028. Again, it's got good deep cab detail, but it's not painted. As you can see, the tender's only got 6 wheels, and there's not much to with the tender. There's a small area to fill the tender with. The buffers are spring loaded, so that and the you can't get to the, that's just moulded in. Sometimes they open close, sometimes they don't, depending on which model you've got. I don't think there's any more to say about the clan line. It's quite a nice little model, that. Well, little, it's quite big actually. So let's go for the Princess Victoria. I think this is I can just about say triang. Quite difficult to show you that on camera, but it does actually say, I can just about read it. It's this, where my thumb is, it does actually say triang, and again I can just about say made in England, just down there where my thumb is. So let's see, this is Princess Victoria, number 46205. Let's see how well she runs. Oh, not very well. Very loud. Very jerky. You can even smell the motor running. So that's the Princess Victoria. So that's all my same and similar Locos. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at some of my Locos, which I call either the same or similar. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.